and I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Hallelujah.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
The pain.
Where do I get? Oh, hi.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Goodbye. Hola, hola, hola.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
I have no need for your medicine, Dr. Reed. Blood is the only drug I need.
Do you require my services, Miss
sure?
Howcroft?
I have no...
How you feeling?
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not
Stop
find
fucking
you here.
screaming that.
I'll
Maybe
personally
people
make
stop
sure they
hunting
leave you alone.
She
Thank
probably
you,
goes up to
mortal.
them and be like,
But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Hold up. I'm about to fucking check and see if this dumb bitch is a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
I think this woman's just crazy. I don't believe any of the shit she is saying.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
What now?
And what...
I don't need to be...
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
A hint.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I highly doubt this bitch is.
Who are you really, Miss
I
Howcroft?
definitely doubt this bitch
I mean,
is a vampire.
apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Yeah, this bitch is lying. She's lying.
I'll leave you.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
She's lying. Yeah, she's lying. Bitch ain't no fucking vampire. Dumbass.
I wish I could be sick again. Blood boil with
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Good. Good.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get
You
a grip.
must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Give her a slap,
Sorry,
like,
I'm exhausted.
slap her across the face and
No
be
one
like,
has
"It's
any
okay."
idea when this
Shake her
epidemic
like a
will be
baby.
over.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a...
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You would be surprised.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're a miracle.
To give a pep talk like Nurse
I'm so sorry. Can we?
How is the Pembroke...
Well, not...
Fuck. Shit.
Goodbye, Nurse. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
I can just. Can
Do
I
you
help?
need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm fine, really. I just need to sleep.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Let's see how your health or your blood's doing. You're fine. You're fine. It says you're healthy. Stop being a pussy. Where the fuck am I going?
It's here again.
It's locked.
It's locked. It's a high. Oh, yeah, I don't care. Oh my god, she's moving. WWE.
But in circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You were using the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, I'm a blundering idiot.
Still more coming.
What's up?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Is there anything
But
else
do you
that's
need
bothering
do
you?
you need help though?
Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye
this
for
guy's
now, Mr.
kinda
Fiddick.
dumb.
I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Oh, okay, shut the fuck up. I ain't got time for your bullshit. How cool is she?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Alright, let's check on him first.
You always knew the...
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Alright.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
Ah, fuck. I was about to say, this guy would be perfect. Like nobody would fucking know. My boy need to eat.
I'll let you get some rest, then.
Good evening, sir. So many days.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Feeling any better? Yeah, he's feeling better. Stock.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
You just said you're okay though. What the fuck? Liar.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Oh, I want to punch him in his throat.
Doctor.
Okay. Alright, let's talk to you since we can't talk to him.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Not well. He's dying.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Rich woman. Ain't nobody like the rich here.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital.
Whoa.
What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
What?
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
How do I make fucking cures?
So many deaths.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Alright, let's figure out where the fuck I'm going.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Thought I heard someone calling me.
The flower's dying. It needs water. is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Damn. Fuck, that's cool. Oh shit, I think that would be... I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. Dude, this shit looks cool as fuck.